Brosplay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Return to map.
So you mean to tell me we just got paid for beating the shit out of them?
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Anyway, throw that up on the screen there again. Mitch, me, Mitch. That is 100% Aaron's Grumphead from Game Grumps. Like, there's no, like, if that's not them, I mean, wow, is that ever a coincidence? But we were just discussing it. We're pretty sure a lot of those heads, if not all of those heads, are major supporters of the show, or the game on Kickstarter. Anyway,
yeah,
that's
well,
exciting.
that's a theory at this point, but
The game theory.
his like if he wasn't a supporter and they took him to court, they would lose. That's how similar it is. So you know, it's pretty much the same.
You know what? While it was happening, don't do it again, because anyway, while it was happening, put the Grumphead up there with it. It's weird talking to myself about things that have happened in the past.
Well, especially because that happened in another video that you've probably already done by the time you watch this one.
Yeah, which is great. I usually do these in a series,
Which
like,
actually makes sense. So
of
then
it.
there's continuity to them.
Yeah, well, plus I get into the mode of exporting and stuff, and if you, with the intention of people watching it all at once, I want to keep all of the audio and stuff the same levels and whatnot, because I do a lot of YouTube watching, and it is really fucking annoying when you're watching one episode and then the next one starts and it's way louder or way quieter.
It's a good point. I actually don't use playlists very often.
It is almost exclusively what I like. I don't really even like to watch stuff. There's maybe a few things like the
Those
I was
wolves
watching.
are useless.
They're pretty fucked. The Mario Maker episodes of Game Grumps I can watch in without a series, because they're kind of difficult to watch a whole bunch of them. But pretty much everything I watch with any Let's Plays, I enjoy the playlist. I like to watch all of it in the proper series.
I guess the only one I've ever watched is ours, so obviously
Yeah.
you've corrected for this issue you're telling me about.
Well, yeah, and what I've done is the playlist is linked in the appropriate section.
What do you mean?
I didn't properly articulate that statement. The playlist is linked in the description of the video. So in the Plague Knight episodes, the first link in there is the link to the playlist of Plague Knight.
No, that's a good way to do it. I have had some experiences with really bad playlists. Like an example is there's a documentary series, free documentary series, granted, but it's called Magical Egypt. Yeah, you got fucking crushed. I think the smoke bombs might save you there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's called Magical Egypt, and it's done by this guy named John Anthony West on YouTube, and he has, I think, 9 or 10 videos in the first season, but he just made one playlist called Favorites, and that has the whole first season in it. And then he has like another one that's like promos. Like, I'm not just gonna go and look in your favorites playlist hoping that it's your first season.
Playlists are super easy to make too, so there's really not any good excuse.
That is another good point.
Super fucking easy to make, man. Like you can put them in playlists before they're even in before it's even in circulation, and you can put them in after the fact. You can change the what's the word I'm looking for here? You can change the order that things come up. Like everything is, it's one of the most intuitive playlist creators.
Well, it's a pretty simple function, but I think the problem is that this guy's working on another documentary series, so obviously he doesn't really care that much about his old one. That's available for free.
I see. Interesting. Okay, that's not. If you want to.
But at the same time, when he comes out with another season, he better put that one into season 1 and make another season 2. Because if he just puts them all into favorites, they're not going to be able to find them again.
You hear that? You fucking better.
John Anthony West, you heard me. Calling you out. Oh no. Oh no.
Smoke bomb.
It's a smoke bomb. Smoke bomb.
I had something else. Oh, shit!
Almost. At least all our lives have been lost for a while.
I thought I had something. I was thinking about saying something, and No, I don't know what I was gonna say.
Thought I was gonna say it, and then I didn't say it, and I forgot what I was gonna say.
What were we talking about before John Anthony Hopkins?
West. I'm not actually sure. Oh, playlists and how the sound balancing.
Oh, yeah.
And how the sound balances.
And oh, the sound, it balances the sound.
There was a balance to the sound.
And it was on this day that the sound was balanced. we're just making shit up to keep the airwaves full here.
Yeah, but it's not the first time I've heard that. I was watching a podcast, Bert Kreischer on Joe Rogan, and they just got so high that the stuff they were saying was like not even really intelligible. And like they were like giggling at one point. And I was just dying of laughter because of how, you know, usually you would consider this as terrible content, but I was enjoying it.
Yeah, as long as it really doesn't really matter.
If there's a market for it, it doesn't matter. If you know, these are the things we enjoy talking about. I figure there's got to be a handful of people out there that enjoy the same.
Yeah, I think I already talked about it in the session, but I guess you're supposed to consider every episode. That's it's like an old. No. I'm sorry. I haven't done this. I haven't done this part yet, so I'm processing this area. Jesus, look at all this shit going on here. Look at all this stuff going on.
Those wolves are really intense. I don't even really understand those wolves.
See, this is where you want the. How do I back out? Okay, interesting. Long fuse. See, now I can drop this. See that? Which bounces all the way down there. Boop.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That is actually really cool.
Yeah. That fires 2. Look at that shit. Boop, boop.
That's 3?
Yeah, well, it was 2 at the same time.
Oh, I forgot about those snow blocks.
What was I just trying to say? Like, how did the statement start?
Well, I do believe it began with our uninteresting podcast.
Uninteresting, yes. Oh, it really just I have a lot of tips on being like success is defined by each individual. So success on YouTube is really all about enjoying what you do. So don't worry about being popular at the beginning. Find what you want to do, and don't worry about it.
But also remember that there's thousands of people watching, millions even in some cases. So the idea of, you know, you could try and get 1% of those masses, or you could just try and find your 1% of those masses.
Yeah, and like what I did at the start, is your camera okay? Did I just bump your camera?
Yeah, no, it's good.
Okay. What I did at the start is I wanted to be immediately successful. So I started doing things that other people were doing, and that involved stuff that I didn't really want to do. Like the Besiege videos are the biggest videos on the channel. Like, I think the one's at like 10,000 views right now, and that's huge for us because normally we get 3 or 4, maybe sometimes 5. Hey, we had 5 the other day. Yeah,
nice. I love 5.
Good and I wanted to like people subscribed expecting that, and it's not what I want to do. And a few, like, Dad kept telling me to do more stuff like that. I'm like, I don't want to do it. Like, Besiege is cool, but I don't really want to play it on the show, and I don't really want to do what I've made in the past. I'd much rather do, there might be a top 10 thing I'll do in the future that I'm really interested in. Like, I don't know, top 10 fucking reasons to fuck yourself. And, but I love that what we're doing now, and it's actually kind of nice to see people unsubscribing, because it means they got the point. All right, this is a majorly Let's Play show. If you're expecting Besiege videos, you're not gonna be happy. You're gonna have a bad time.
It's not what we do.
Yeah,
it's what we.
I mean, we might come back to it. Yeah. Like we might play Besiege together one day, but it's not happening today. We're playing Plague Knight today.
Besiege should be kind of an interesting one to play together, but it's kind of the wrong pace.
Yeah, because it's a creation game. It would be...
But at the same time, it'd probably piss our pants with some of the creations.
Yeah. I think what we might do one day is get people to send us their Besiege creations, and then we do a top 5. Yeah, we do a top 5 of the ones that people sent us, and then like I really want to do community involvement. I want to get I want to give out prizes and stuff for involvement.
I like the idea of that because then people have like an extra incentive to, be involved real time.
Exactly. What the fuck was I saying? I had something else. Oh, anyway. Yeah. I hadn't even really thought about that until we talked about it. I need to do that. I actually have a copy of a game that I wanted to give it a long time ago, and I was gonna do it. I was gonna play the game and give away the game, but the game didn't work out. Oh yeah, remember this part? Remember these vomiting motherfuckers? You can't move it with the bombs.
What if you had a different type of bomb?
I could be wrong. Boomerangs back and forth. Black powder produces fire. Like I feel like it just wouldn't make sense, right? Like it wouldn't make sense for your basic bombs to not work. Like oh fuck. Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, those are
That's
actually
neat.
really cool.
Oh, that's so neat.
Yeah.
The one thing that I do kind of not like about this is that it's the way that they've set up the power-ups. It's kind of like a Call of Duty Battlefield style, where there's not really a dominant strategy. Like there probably is. Like the float burst is one of the best for platforming, but you really can do it with anything. And that's something I've been really impressed with. I was playing God of War, and pretty much everything, like there's a dominant strategy in almost everything in that game. It's amazing.
Every fight, there's a different type of weapon that's most applicable.
Yeah, and like what I was really impressed with was, you know how there's you remember? Like, I don't remember a lot of this until I was playing it, but there's there's special moves where you hold the block button and then press X or A or whatever. And it does there's one spinny attack, there's one vertical spinning attack.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah. I thought like when I upgraded it and got those, I thought, whoa shit, I actually died from losing life. Holy shit.
Oh, thank you for joining us.
We will continue discussing a different game next episode.
That is what we do. If we were on topic, we would be off topic.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit!